For latest astrology videos, subscribe AstroEdify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live.
Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to talk about Rajyogas. What are the Rajyogas and when do they happen in the chart? What are the situations and what are the various kinds of Rajyogas that we will discuss and what are their results? So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is shown in the description. And if you have interest or inclination in spirituality and philosophy and religion, and you also have questions in your mind like, who am I? What is the purpose? What is the meaning of life? Is there a God? Or big questions of life, which we call. I have already started two particular new channels on philosophy and spirituality particularly. Their links are shown in the description as well as in the card section above. If you are interested, I'll highly request you to join them, and we discuss there in detail in simple language these particular questions which come up in our mind at some point in our lives, how we can inquire about ourselves and other aspects as well, like I mentioned, what is the ultimate reality and all that. So I request you to see those channels, watch the videos and learn, and let's take this topic today forward now. So that is Raj Yoga. Now anybody who is more somewhat familiar with astrology, or who is even not even familiar as well, they might have heard this term Raj Yoga. Now Raj Yoga is a good yoga or auspicious yoga, which is known as, if we translate it, it is known as a kingly yoga. But remember, its definition or its results vary a lot, and there are many other factors behind its functioning. But first of all, let me tell that when does a Raj Yoga happen? So Raj Yoga happens when the Kendra and Trikona lords. So Kendra means 1st, 4th and 7th lords, and Trikona means 1st, 5th and 9th lords. So whenever the lords of these houses, they are together in conjunction, or they are exchanging the zodiac signs, or they are exchanging the nakshatras. Okay, so if they are in Parivartan Yoga, exchanging the zodiac signs, or they are in Nakshatra Parivartan, exchanging the nakshatras, or they are in conjunction, then they form the Raj Yoga, and this yoga will be considered more strong the more they are close in conjunction. Remember, if Sun is in the conjunction, then the condition is that the planets should not be combust. If they are combust, then the strength will be lost. Then another thing here is that Kendra and Trikona lords, if they are placed in Kendra and Trikona houses itself, it will be considered more auspicious and more powerful in order to give good results in life. If the Raj Yoga is happening, but it is happening in 3rd, 6th, 8th or 12th houses, then it will be considered as somewhat in lesser strength as compared to the yoga which is happening in Kendra or Trikona houses. Because 3, 6, 8 and 12th are malefic houses. They create struggles, challenges, delays, troubles, obstacles, difficulties, uncertainties, losses. So those kind of stuff can be seen from these houses. Hence, a good yoga happening in these houses can give suitable results, but its strength goes down somewhat. Then another thing here is that there are in order to judge its strength. Now see, Raj Yoga is pretty common, very very common. You will find in most of the charts that these combinations are happening. But what is the and it has been given as a very high status among other yogas in astrology. It is known as the Raj Yoga term means a kingly yoga. So it does not mean that you are going to become a king or you are going to achieve a royal status. No, not always. There are many people who are living in really humble situations, but they have these kind of yogas. And what is the reason behind that they are not experiencing the results of such yoga in their lives? So the reason here is that the strength of the yoga, the strength of the chart varies, and that is the main point in order to judge a horoscope. So not just the Raj Yoga, in order to see the behavior of a planet and the strength of any yoga in the chart, you need to see that how much strength that particular chart has. So 4 things judge the basic inherent strength, that is Lagna Lord, moon, sun and Varesh. Varesh means the weekday lord in which the person is born. Suppose you are born on a Monday. So lord of Monday is moon. Lord of Tuesday is Mars. Wednesday, Mercury. Thursday, Jupiter. Saturday, Saturn. Friday, Venus. So it's like that. So any day in which you are born, the lord of that day, how it is placed in the chart, then the Lagna lord, the moon and the sun. These four planets, they govern the inherent fundamental strength of the chart for anybody. If these are not well placed, or they are afflicted, or making doshas, or badly placed, making negative combinations, no matter how good your other planets are, no matter if they are exalted in own sign in Kendra or making good combinations, they will lose their strength, the potential will be lost, and you will just see that the expected results which you kept in mind won't be there in the life, even if you are running the dashas, the time period of those planets. So that is the power of these four planets which control the inherent strength of the chart, and that is the point where everything comes at last. That is the reason that we see huge variation, that somebody is at a really high position, achieving status, reputation, name, respect, money, wealth, luxuries, everything in life, and somebody who has the same combination is not having any of those things at all, and they are struggling in their lives. What is the reason? This is the reason, what I said to you. So you need to check the inherent strength of the chart. If the strength is lost, no matter other yogas, their potential will not be there. They can give a result to a certain extent, they won't function at their full capacity. So that is the major reason for seeing the disparity or the difference in of the same difference of in the result of the same yoga in various people. Okay, next thing here is that there are various kind of Rajyogas. So first is the Kendra Trikona Rajyoga, which I said to you, whenever the Kendra lords and Trikona lords are in relation. Then second is Yoga Karak planet. So Yoga Karak means there are particular ascendants for whom one particular planet rules the Kendra houses and Trikona houses both at the same time. So like for Taurus and Libra it is Saturn, for Capricorn and Aquarius it is Venus, and for Cancer and Leo it is Mars. So if you are born in these ascendants, then these particular planets will be the lords of Kendra and Trikona houses both, and they will be known as a Yoga Karak. But in Yoga Karak cases, you need to see that those planets who are the Yoga Karak in the chart, they must be well placed. If they are in Kendra houses, own sign, exaltation sign, making good combinations with Kendra and Trikona lords, then they will be at their most what you can say benefic aspect, and they can give very good results in life. Okay, then another thing here is that there is another kind of Raj Yoga which is known as Panch Mahapurush Yoga. The Panch Mahapurush Yoga is formed by 5 planets, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Mars and Saturn. If any of these planets, they must be placed in Kendra houses, means 1, 4, 7 and 10, and while being in Kendra houses, if they are in their own sign or in exaltation sign, and they are not in conjunction with Sun, then only Panch Mahapurush Yoga will be happening in the chart. This is also considered a very good yoga which gives quite good auspicious results in life. Next thing here is Saraswati Yoga. Saraswati Yoga happens when Jupiter, Mercury and Venus, they are simultaneously placed in Kendra or Trikona houses. They can be separately placed, that is not a problem, but if Jupiter, Mercury, Venus are in Kendra houses and Trikona houses simultaneously, then this yoga happens, and the more they are strong, like they are in own sign, exaltation sign, friendly sign, and they are associated with Kendra and Trikona lords, then this yoga will be much more enhanced, much more powerful. So Saraswati Yoga is responsible for giving intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, spiritual life, arts, beauty, creativity, and it is very important for literature, literary fields. So Saraswati is the goddess of intelligence and wisdom and knowledge and learning, as well as she is the goddess of music and arts and literature. So Saraswati Yoga is very auspicious yoga. If it is happening in the chart, then it shows that these kind of qualities or these kind of results can be seen in person's life. Then another is a Neech Bhanga Raj Yoga. So Neech Bhanga happens when a particular planet is debilitated, but its but its debilitation is getting cancelled and it is making a Raj Yoga. For example, Sun is debilitated in Libra. So the rule here is that any planet which is debilitated, the lord of that planet and the planet which is exalted in that particular sign, if they are placed in Kendra from the ascendant or in Kendra from the moon, then Neech Bhanga happens. So for example, Sun is debilitated. So who is the lord of Libra? Sun is debilitated in Libra. The lord of Libra is Venus. Who is exalted in Libra? Saturn. So if Saturn and Venus are in conjunction with Sun, or they are in Kendra with Sun, in Kendra with the Lagna, means Kendra with the ascendant, 1, 4, 7, 10, or they are in Kendra with the moon, then they will make Neech Bhanga Raj Yoga. Sun will make Neech Bhanga Raj Yoga. And Raj Yoga means if there is a Neech Bhanga, that particular planet is in association with Kendra and Trikona lords, then it will form the Raj Yoga. So Neech Bhanga, I have made a particular separate video on Neech Bhanga Raj Yoga, and all the yogas which I talked about, I have already made separate videos on them. You can see them in the playlist of the channel, which is given above, Yogas in Astrology. Just watch them. But Neech Bhanga Raj Yoga is considered a very auspicious yoga, which no doubt gives you struggles in life initially, but ultimately gives you success, ultimately gives you stability, progress and prosperity. So Neech Bhanga Raj Yoga is considered a fruitful, auspicious yoga in the chart. Next thing here is Viparit Raj Yoga. Viparit Raj Yoga happens when 6th, 8th and 12th lords are in relation with each other. Like 6th, 8th and 12th lords are sitting in 6th, 8th and 12th houses, or they are in conjunction or relation with each other. Then Viparit Raj Yoga happens, and Viparit Raj Yoga is considered a Raj Yoga because the thing here is that ultimately it gives you good results. But the problem here is that it throws you in challenges and deep struggles also. So Viparit means harsh situations which are against you. Viparit means which is against you. So Viparit Raj Yoga, I have made a separate video on this also. But Viparit Raj Yoga happens, when it happens, that I told. But the classic result of Viparit Raj Yoga is that it gives you struggles, challenges, obstacles, throws you into hardships, but it also gives you a particular opportunity which ultimately uplifts you to higher status and gives you success. And without getting into those deep struggles, you wouldn't find that kind of opportunity to move forward. So that is Viparit Raj Yoga. Then another is Sannyas Yoga. Sannyas Yoga happens when 4 or more planets are in conjunction, but the condition is 10th lord must be present in them. So if 4 or more planets where 10th lord must be present in them, then Sannyas Yoga happens. But Sannyas Yoga is considered as a very good auspicious yoga for spiritual life. It is very important for spiritual progress, self-awareness, self-realization, philosophical understanding, knowledge and wisdom, renunciation from the world and knowing thyself. That is Sannyas Yoga. Remember that Sannyas Yoga will be is considered as a good yoga because ultimately it is not for prosperity and everything. That is separate. It can give you that. But ultimately it is for knowing oneself, attaining supreme bliss, utter peace. That is the ultimate goal of every human being. So that is Sannyas Yoga. That is why it is considered the most auspicious yoga in the chart. But the point here is that just by merely having the conjunction does not mean that the person is going to be spiritual. Remember, for that sun, moon and ascendant lord play a very vital role. Their situation will tell us that whether a person has a natural inclination towards the spiritual life, renunciation, or all these things, or nothing at all. He is more driven towards material world. So that happens. But remember, Sannyas Yoga, if it is happening, even though the person is accomplished in life, it won't give you satisfaction from the material world no matter how hard you try. You can be accomplished, you won't be satisfied. Because ultimately the main objective of the yoga is to take you to spiritual life. But if the person is unwilling to do it, he will experience and live his entire life in dissatisfaction. That is the classic result of Sannyas Yoga. Next thing here is, what all these yogas which I discussed so far, Raj Yogas, all kinds, what is their common result? The common result in this case is, first of all, it gives you Bhagya. Bhagya means luck, fortune, fate. So luck means here that it is divine protection. It is protection from suffering. So like somebody, it's like you get opportunities to move forward in life. There are many people who are skilled, who have knowledge, who are talented, but still they don't get opportunities to move ahead. So but sometimes you are not that much qualified, but still you get many big opportunities to move forward. So that is bhagya. Then there are people who are born into well-to-do families. They are provided very good natural what you can say resources, privileged resources throughout their life to move ahead. And yet there are people who are born into very poor families with lack of resources, with every day they are becoming to be what you can say, every day is a fight for survival. So if that kind of thing is there, what is the difference? The difference is in the bhagya, luck, fate, fortune, what has been given to you. So that is bhagya. So Raj Yoga gives the bhagya. It uplifts it. It helps you to move forward and gives you opportunities and resources so that you can be prosperous and be free from suffering in the world. That is one important result. Next thing here, it also fetches you good education, learning, good teachers, good parents, good family, prosperity, long life. It also helps you to achieve status, power, authority, reputation, name, respect in society, good career, success, abundance, all these things. And most importantly, Raj Yoga, if it is good, the more strong it is, it will impart dharma. Dharma means morals, ethics, values, principles, moral code of conduct, sense of right and wrong, compassion, these kind of traits in the person. Responsible approach, just and honesty, that kind of qualities are also given by Raj Yoga. But remember, you need to see it closely, how it is functioning. Okay, so these are the classic results of Raj Yogas, and in order to see their results, you must be running their dasha. So the planet which is making the Raj Yogas or any yogas, you must be seeing that they will be giving the results of such yogas whenever you are running their time period. The dasha, the mahadasha, the antardasha, the pratyantar dasha, and any of those. So you will find the results coming in those time periods when you are running their planetary dashas. So this is how the yogas, Raj yogas are categorized, how you need to check them, how the strength is seen, what kind of results they give, what are the various types that I have discussed. And I have already told you that I have made all videos separately discussing these yogas in detail. You can watch the videos in the playlist of the channel shown in the card section above. Rest, that's all for today. We'll meet in the next video for some new topic to discuss. Till then, goodbye and thank you.